Hey y'all, welcome to Pleiadian Point of View. I'm Peyton with Peyton Energetics, and I'm a Pleiadian channel and starseed coach. So in today's point of view, the Pleiadians wanted to talk about something that's known as matching energies. Now, this may be a term or a concept that you have never heard of before. It wouldn't surprise me because this is something that is a topic that we teach in clairvoyant training classes. So it's something that the average person just probably hasn't crossed paths with. So the P's thought that it would be helpful to talk about matching energies today because when you are aware of this concept and how it works, you can use it to your advantage. So what does this mean? What is matching energies? So as we all know, as humans, we are fields of energy. And as we go about our daily life, we're constantly exchanging energy and information with everyone we're coming in contact with. And as we do this, an interesting thing happens that when we interact with someone, our energies have to meet. So typically one person will have a higher vibration than the other person. And so for two people to interact over a period of time, the energy fields have to balance in a sense. And generally what this looks like is one person will lower their vibration or the other person will raise theirs so that they're coming to a meeting place. Because as we have heard the P's tell us many times, one of our universal laws is that like attracts like. So when two people come together and are having an experience, having a relationship, or just an interaction, their energy fields are going to seek to balance. One is going to move up and the other is going to move down. And this is something, of course, that we do unconsciously. It is not something that we think about. It's just something that tends to happen automatically. And for most light workers and starseeds, there is a tendency for us to be the ones who drop our vibration when we get around people who are of denser frequency. And one of the reasons for this is because there tends to be so much more dense energy in our world than there is high vibrational energy. So just without thinking about it, oftentimes whoever is higher in vibration will drop their vibration to meet the lower person. And you can see as light workers and starseeds how we wouldn't want to be doing this. And it's something that we tend to do without even thinking about it. So this is one of the reasons why it's so important for us to have an energy protection practice. And you've heard the Pleiadians talk about this in several videos about the importance for light workers and starseeds of protecting their energy field. And when we talk about energy protection, what are we talking about? Well, we're talking about a simple process that you can do in a couple minutes a day to put sort of a barrier around your energy field to hold your vibration. And so energy protection helps you because it keeps you from matching the energy of other people. And of course, when we're talking about matching energies, this is only a problem when we are dropping our vibration, because this whole process of matching energies works in the reverse as well. So when we get around someone who is happy and joyful, think about it when you get around your kids or your pets, our vibration goes up because again, we are going to match energies. So the way that we want to be aware of this is when we are lowering our vibration. And that often happens just because of the amount of density that we have in our world right now and the amount of people who are not yet awake, are not yet doing their spiritual work, their healing work. So this becomes a problem for light workers and starseeds when we are routinely dropping our vibration. And that tends to happen just as we get out in the world around us. So whenever we are jumping into rush hour traffic or getting into maybe tense situations at work or with people in our life who are kind of going through it, this is where we're vulnerable to dropping our vibration through this concept that we call matching energies. So one of the reasons the P's wanted to talk about this today is because if you are aware that this is something that happens, that most of us do without thinking about it, you can start to use your energy protection more regularly. And it's because one of the things that can happen as a result of this concept that we refer to as matching energies is that if you're a light worker or a starseed and you're doing all that great spiritual work, right? You have been working on yourself, you have been healing yourself, you are grounding your energy, doing all those great things that we talk about in the spiritual community. If you then get out of your house every day amongst the 3D world and you're not protecting your energy, all that hard work goes down the drain. So if you are just autopiloting through your life, matching the energy of anyone around you, there can be a tendency for you to lose your vibration. And so that's what the P's are talking about in today's video and helping bring our attention to so that we can use this concept in a way that serves us. So how do we stop this from being an issue? Well, as I mentioned a few minutes ago, it is all about using your energy protection. Your energy protection tools are going to keep you from absorbing lower vibrational energy of other people and even just the energy of other people, because we don't want to have the energy of anyone else in our energy field. And your energy protection tools are going to keep you from being a sponge. And you wouldn't believe really how awful you can feel just when you are picking up other people's stuff. And we don't realize how much of this we carry in our energy fields. So your energy protection is going to help you stop doing this. And so as you use these tools and make them part of your daily life, what happens is, first off, you clean out your energy field so that you are the only one in it. And y'all, you would be amazed at how much better you would feel just by doing that first step. But then the second thing happens as you start to use energy protection tools on a daily basis, and that is you start to hold your frequency as you go out in the world. So as you bump up against people who are having a rough day or people who might tend to be a little on the negative side, you hold your vibration. And when you do that, which most of us will give that up pretty quickly just without thinking about it, but if you can be around anyone and hold your vibration, the concept of matching energy still applies. So what happens is you start to lift up the other person. If you are able to hold your vibration that, let's face it, you have worked so hard to achieve, you force anyone you come in contact with to rise up to meet you. And that is how we are of service as lightworkers and starseeds. That's what we talk about when we say we are holding space. It means we are holding a high vibration and making it available to others. And when you do that, you really start to be a source of service in the world. But most of us, if we're not conscious of this concept of how energy works, we tend to lose our vibration pretty quickly when we get around denser energies. And one of the reasons for that is denser energies tend to be very, very strong. So as you know, if you have been around someone who is in a lot of fear or is in a lot of anger, you have seen how that can just spread through an entire room and completely infect the energy. This will stop you from doing that. It will let you stay in a zone of high vibrational energy. And so what happens is you start to diffuse the lower vibrational energies around you. So being aware of this concept of matching energies can help you stay in control of your vibration. Because let's face it, y'all, we don't want to be doing all of this spiritual work, all of this inner work, only to let it go down the drain as soon as we get out in the world. As soon as we get around some of the chaos out there, some of the people who are playing with the fear storylines, we don't want to lose all that hard work we've done. So the way that we keep a handle on our vibration is by protecting our energy. So before we jump into talking about how you do this, how you protect your energy, go ahead and hit that subscribe button and the like button if you haven't done that yet. So when we are talking about energy protection, what are we talking about? We are just talking about a simple visualization process that you do to create an energetic barrier around yourself. And you can think of this as energetic waterproofing so that you can go out in the world with whoever you need to work with, whatever mood or energy they may be in, and you don't absorb their energy. And that's really all we're after. You want to stay in your high vibrational energy. And then as you do that, as you hold your space, you start to lift everyone else up. And so that's what we are here to do as light workers and starseeds, is to hold our vibration so that we let everyone else rise up on it. But if we lose it, if we let it go down the drain, if we start to match the energy of the collective, which is experiencing a lot of fear and anger right now, a lot of hopelessness, we can't be of service. So that's why the P's wanted to talk about this concept, because it's just something that wouldn't necessarily occur to us, that we are kind of doing on autopilot. But once you realize that this is a thing, that this is energetically happening, you can use it to your advantage. Now, this whole concept of matching energies doesn't just work with people. It works with what we are focusing on as well. So you can think of this as being situational also. And that is why the Pleiadians talk so much about the importance of our focus. Because as humans, what we tend to do as we give our attention to something, whether it is something we are seeing on social media, whether it is something we are listening to, like a news story, or if we're just listening to people talk, we tend to match energies. So if you are giving your attention to things that are lower vibrational, that are based in fear, that are based in anger, or that make you feel powerless, and there's so much of that right now, then what is happening as you give your attention to that, especially if you do it for a while, you start to match that frequency. So matching energies works not just with people, with relationships, but also with whatever you are focusing on. So that is why the P's are always reminding us to be careful where we place our attention, because the same concept applies. So now that you are aware of what matching energies means and how it works and how you go about making it work for you, and that is by using your energy protection tools. And I have tons of videos on energy protection tools if you want to dig into the specifics. So go back to some of my earlier videos on my Starseed playlist, and you'll find some examples if you want to start just adding this to your daily practice. But the awesome thing that happens as you start to protect your energy is you start to hold on to your high vibration. And most of us are kind of like ping pong balls. We are going up and down all the time. And so as you start to protect your energy, you start to hold on to your high vibration longer and longer, which just takes some of the work out of it. And y'all, we have worked hard enough. So we want to do anything that helps us hold on to those times that we are really in a high vibration. And what you will see happening as you start to do this and start to practice this is you start to control the energy everywhere you go. You run the room. And that is because you are controlling your energy. And using this concept of matching energies, if you hold on to your vibration and you keep it high, you keep it love-based, anyone you are interacting with is going to have to match you. And that is a beautiful thing when you start to uplift everyone around you. So learning to master this technique and really understand this concept lets you be in control of the energy everywhere you go. And that's when things start to get really magical. So let me know in the comments below, what do you do to protect your energy? Drop that in the comments. And while you're down there, don't forget, hit the subscribe button and the like button if you haven't done that yet. And as always, if you need extra help with this, make sure you check out my one-on-one classes. I will put all the details in the description below. So check that out if it resonates with you. I'll see you next time. Bye.